Hi, Ashley. Watched your video. I wanted to tell you your posture is really good. You're framing the video really well. Lighting was great. Composition, everything was perfect. I mean, you nailed it. There's no other way to say it. Reduce your movie time a little bit. You're using that .mov. There's 3 of you doing that, and for some reason it's taking forever for me to upload. It's like 5 to 6 minutes, and I'm running about 100 videos through a week, so that becomes very precious time. So reduce it down to about 2 minutes, and I think it's going to upload faster for me. I mean, YouTube's like instant upload, but if you don't want to use YouTube, I'm perfectly fine with that. But let's keep that time down about 2 minutes. And I know that I'm just responding to your journals, and I've told you this, and then you'd already uploaded this one before you heard it in the last feedback, so no worries. I get that. But just in the future, if you can do that, I think it would be a positive for me. It's just a logistics. I love your facial patterns. You do a lot of animation when you talk, and it's a good thing. That's a very positive. Like, I can read you. So if I was a teacher called into your office and you were talking to me, I would get it. I would know whether you were upset, or I would know what the expectation was. And I think that's really important. You talked about self-mentoring, and I really like the fact that you connected it to personal growth. That was what your administrator did. And your administrator talked about that they were very purposeful and in-depth in what they did with their reflection, and that they were moving forward, that they modeled what they expected for others. And I think that if you take nothing away from self-mentoring, and there are 4 levels, the self-reflection is obviously just one, but it is that whole idea that self-mentoring is about teaching you how, guiding you through decision-making by being your own coach, and it's also the ability to help you move forward. You don't want to stagnate as an administrator. I'm very passionate about self-mentoring, obviously, and it certainly saved my life. It's helped me get through a lot of different situations, especially in higher ed, because it was such a new environment coming from pre-K through 12 as a superintendent. But I think it's really easy for administrators to, because you're the only person in the building often, to not have those challenges. You're too busy challenging everyone else. And what self-mentoring can do is put the focus back on you. I've worked with a couple administrators that absolutely have used it in such a positive way that it brings tears to my eyes. It's so rewarding to see the growth that they've gone through. So thanks for sharing. I thought you did a really good job with that when you were talking about the reflective patterns. And know that self-mentoring is more like coaching than it is mentoring. And I was glad that you didn't compare it to mentoring, because it really isn't akin to mentoring. Just because mentoring is in the name, it's absolutely the opposite. It's more like coaching. But anyway, I thought you did a good job. Thanks for sharing, and I really appreciated it. Have a good evening.